Hi everyone, let's talk about my current work-life situation because I had quite some thought about it recently. You know that I started a new job in December last year. I had a 6-month contract working full-time in a 9-to-5 office setting, which I had not done before and I actually never wanted to do. But due to circumstances, I didn't have that much of a choice and it was a great opportunity. It was very stressful, we talked about that. Then they extended the contract for another 6 months with a team change, with work task change a little bit or quite a lot, and also with a different boss, which gave me a little bit more freedom in when I come to work. Now it's been a few weeks in this new situation, and even though things have improved quite a bit by having my own office, coming and going when I want to most flexibly, there are still some restrictions and things to consider, but I have gained more flexibility and more freedom, which is nice. Unfortunately, this job comes with less clear-cut task, which I can do easily. I need to have more guidance and like, this is what you need to do until then. And my current boss is tied up in a different project, so she doesn't have as much time as I would like to have for her to tell me what to do. But that is just one of the situations. On top of that, I noticed that this project is a long-term project. Before I was working as a data clerk more, so I had clear-cut tasks and I needed to do them fast and things were done when they were done. And that was good. I could make a check next to it. And I realized recently that I really like this checking boxes thing. I like to be able to say, I've done this, I've done this. This needs to be done, check, done. I'm a person who likes to do that. And also, I don't like those checks to take weeks and months to be fulfilled. So I'm not a long-term goal planner or long-term planner in general. I like short-term solutions, instant gratification, this kind of thing. And my current job doesn't really offer that. First of all, because I'm not completely in charge of all the things. A lot of times I just need the feedback and the okay from my boss, but because she's a lot more busy than I am, it sometimes takes a while and it can be frustrating. And this is something I have to deal with. Also, I notice that I'm not that keen on the job I'm actually doing. It's not that I cannot do it, but I'm not that interested in it. The event management, which it basically is not something I've ever wanted to do or ever cared about. And a lot of the things, even though they are interesting, it's not something I'm excited about. So that is also a thing that needs to be taken into consideration. Now, I'm still working a full-time office job, which I really don't like. And I still don't like sitting 8 hours in an office. Even though I like that I have more flexibility now, I still basically am doing the same routine every day. I go to work in the morning, come back in the late afternoon or evening, and yeah, that's it. And in between that, that's like a block of time taken out of my day. I cannot do anything else but work. And that is kind of stressful. Also, I realize that I really miss working with people. I miss having interactions with strangers on a daily basis. Short-time solutions or making people happy just by giving them what they want. I worked in service for so long that I'm used to just have like a minute task and then someone is happy. And I miss that. I miss teaching. I miss helping people to understand something and learn something new. And I wouldn't have guessed that I would miss it that much, because sometimes you get annoyed with people when you constantly work with people. But now that I'm in my office alone most of the time, I like to talk to my colleagues, but it's not the same as working with people. Other things that I find more worrying is that I noticed that this full-time job and the whole situation has an effect on my mental health, physical health, and generally on my character and my behavior. Most recently, that was seen in my troubles I had checking in for my holiday. I didn't realize how much I panicked and freaked until my friends mentioned it, and especially that it's not typical for me. So I've been thinking about these things and these changes a lot recently too, and there are quite a few small things that I used to be able to do and that weren't a problem, that now stress me out like I don't know how much. And I just don't do a lot of things where I normally wouldn't have thought about, just did them and without realizing that I did them. And now I overthink it and I don't do it and I postpone it and put it off. And I find that worrying. So now with all these thoughts happening, my contract ends by the end of November again. And I realized a few things, that I definitely don't want to work full-time anymore. I prefer to have a part-time contract again. I'd also like to have a contract that is longer than 6 months. Now, why am I saying this? Because there is an option that my contract will be extended again for another 6 months. but I don't think they will offer me part-time, which I want, but only full-time, and only probably another 6 months again. And I have to decide if I want to do that or not. Part of me says, don't do it, it's not healthy for you. But another part knows that I am scared of being unemployed again. I like to be employed. I need to pay bills. It's not that it's a voluntary thing that I pay rent or so. It's just, you have responsibilities. And I don't know if I am able to say no if they offer. So I want to have a different job. I'm pretty sure I don't want to do this forever. And right now I'm not even sure if I want to do it for another 6 months. Current situation. I'm in a little bit of a mess, but I learned a lot. It was a worthwhile experience, and I'm happy that I can take a step back right now to think about it and to maybe employ some changes. But it might come to the fact that I will just say yes to another contract extension because unemployment is scary. So that's where I'm at currently. I'm kind of confused and don't know what to do, but that's how it is, right? Sometimes you're just lost and you have difficult decisions to make, and sometimes life will maybe bring you different things. So it's still an adventure. I'll keep you updated. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're doing fine.